Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your November reading, and be sure to check out your moon and rising sign for a more complete view of the month. But our lunar cycles this month, November 3rd, actually is Saturn station direct, so look for things to move forward that may have been held back or restricted. And then we also have the new moon happening November 13th. That's at 26 Libra in sidereal astrology. It will be conjunct the planet Mars and opposite Uranus. So we could see unexpected endings or breakups or dissolving of partnerships and in preparation for a new alliance. And then we also have the full moon that'll be happening at 10 degrees Taurus on November 27th. And that full moon, the sun is still conjunct Mars in Scorpio, and then we're across from the moon in Taurus. Also, with the new moon in Libra, if you have any placements at 26 degrees plus or minus 5 degrees in Aquarius, could be harmoniously trined by this new moon. Okay, let's take a look under the deck to see where we're starting. All right, it's the Devil, Capricorn. So I did mention a breaking up of partnerships. It could be the end of a karmic partnership. The Devil is ruled by Capricorn, which is Saturn. We mentioned Saturn stationing direct. This came in reverse, so after it's been retrograde, this could have a particularly potent impact on your month, Aquarius. Almost called you Libra, though, so that might be the new moon on the 13th. It could be a breaking free of chains, though. It could be the end of a contract. It could be your freedom. It could be getting out of an unfavorable situation. And first we have the 8 of Coins. So this is Virgo, your work life. Could be involved in a work contract. Daughter of Flames, Page of Wands. 6 of Cups, the Sun in Scorpio. Will happen after the new moon. And then we have King of Swords. Could be you or another air sign. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay. Some of you could be receiving an unexpected offer from this King of Swords, or it could be around the Libra new moon, but something that was hidden, something that you didn't know was going on behind closed doors. People might have been discussing you and your work ethic. They might see you as a perfect candidate for a position. So people higher up have been taking note of you. In a romantic sense, it could be somebody from your past or somebody you've known for a long time. Maybe you worked with them for a long time, and they've been very shy and reserved and secretive about their feelings for you. But with the Page of Wands there, they feel inspired to make a gesture, take action. They might gift you something, whether it be small, bake you a cake and bring it to work for your birthday or something. Just a kind gesture to show their support, love, and interest in you. It won't be very overt. It will be more covert, the way they deliver this message of love, support, or interest. But somebody does really admire your work ethic, your tenacity, your attention to detail, and they want to compensate you for it or show you a gratitude or appreciation for your methods. Okay, let's get some oracle cards to expand upon this. First, our astrology cards. Under our deck, House 10, Capricorn, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishment, and career. Okay, so you're making great strides in your professional life for sure this month. And with Saturn ruling the 10th house, that direct movement on the 3rd could be the kickoff, the starting point of things starting to work for you in your advantage. House 6, this is Virgo, and we had Virgo show up in the 8 of Coins, definitely around your work. Establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. We also have sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Okay, so someone does see potential in you. South node, destined to release. And that's right under the past there. Well, Scorpio is all about death, endings, release. You could be swooped up by a competitor, too. Then we also have Aquarius. Here's your card: originality, philanthropy, and progressive imagining. So this is somebody, again, they admire your vision and your unique creative ability to either write or draw. There's some kind of manifestation of your projection that you're putting out there that people are interested in. They admire you for it. It's fearless. It's unique. You are ruled by Uranus. This new moon in Libra is opposite Uranus. So it could be a very unexpected or just out of the blue creative solution to something too that you're not even sure where it came from. But I think it's going to make your life easier and a lot of people's lives easier. Work smarter, not harder. The South Node is destined to release. Like I mentioned, being freed from a contract or released. You could be getting out of a work contract and into another one. Or even just the word release, like I'm hearing like your book's being released or your album, your artwork, something is being put out there, not necessarily, ended and pushed away, but it's being put out there for people to observe, to utilize. All right, I'm going to use this archetype deck. I haven't pulled that out in a while. I did some shuffling off camera, but those wanted to come out right away. So let's see. Apocalypsis, that's an ending too. Apocalypse just means to reveal, though, too. So with the High Priestess there again and the King of Swords right next to it, information being revealed, an announcement being made. We have the fault line. That's very similar to the Tower. That's shifting foundations. Again, I feel that with the Devil coming in reverse, the ending of a contract. With the South Node releasing. The Threshold, yeah. So isn't that interesting? She's on this threshold of the void, right? You only need to take a step. You're kind of hesitant to end something, walk away. You may not have a say in that, really, because the fault line is going to take it over for you. You can either jump out of the nest and fly, or you can be pushed. So those are your options. And perhaps with Saturn retrograde, there's been resistance there. There's been delay or hesitation. And now it's like Saturn's direct. Okay, it's time to go. It's time to get up and move, make this happen. And sometimes you need a little push from the universe. If there's something you're not willing to let go of yourself, then higher self, spirit may intervene and take away like that juicy bone. If you think of a dog, and you try to take away the bone that it's chewing on, it gets very uncomfortable, angry, irritable. So it's time to stop resisting the release and jump in head first or feet first, whatever's safer. Let's take a look at your Queen of the Moon Oracle. Peace. Okay. So yeah, this feeling of instability or shifting, it will be followed by a period of peace and gratitude. Okay. The Six of Cups is often known as the gratitude card too. So there's a blessing that's definitely worth being thankful for. Of course, we welcome more of those into our life by appreciating what it is that we have now. But there is a beautiful future ahead of you where you'll be recognized and rewarded for your talent, your skill, your ability. There's a great feeling of accomplishment. Protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. So whatever it is that you're building, this protective barrier around you with peace is also your protective shield. Wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Yeah, you have to just take the leap of faith. You have to dive in without reservation. You have to have complete trust in this process. Let's see what your alchemy card has for us. All right, so alchemy here. Well, it came up, Chiron. And underneath we have the magnum opus, the great work. All right, so Chiron is wounds, teaching, and paradoxes. It's a minor planet or an asteroid, but it's the wounded healer. The centaur, Chiron, is a cosmic enigma in Greek mythology. He is said to be the rejected son of Saturn who, through the pain of abandonment, becomes a great teacher and healer. Such is the paradoxical nature of this minor planet. It demonstrates that our pain is a great resource. It will guide us to our deepest purpose if we are able to observe it slowly, gently, and with support. That's what I feel with this is the son of Saturn, with Saturn going direct and the high priestess there. That's the inner knowing, the intuition, also secrets kept. It could be a great revealing with the King of Swords there, feeling as though your purpose has been revealed to you. Taking that leap of faith into a new direction or a profession that you feel called to that satisfies your soul more than just your bank account. When the Chiron card appears, know that you are being called to deepen the work, to delve into tender parts of yourself that require patience and forgiveness. Victim mentality will get you nowhere. Your past blaming. It's time to let your painful experiences serve as a beacon of light to others. Chiron reminds us of where we've been and where that allows us to go. Now, with the Devil card being reversed to start this reading, it has to do with chains of bondage and fear or doubt or lack, lower energies. And with that in reverse, all those wounds that have been done, it looks like a reversal of that. It's a changing of direction. It's coming out of that, seeing your experience through another lens, or appreciating it. That gratitude. We're not just thankful for the blessings we receive, but for the challenges we face, because that allows us to feel a sense of accomplishment, overcoming this adversity. It strengthens our ego and our confidence to go on. So the magnum opus is attention, devotion, and vocation. So this theme of work, life purpose, and career keeps coming up. The magnum opus shimmers in the distance, promising purpose, achievement, and understanding. When will we get there? When will our efforts be recognized? I even mentioned somebody noticing your work ethic. Whether it's higher self or a physical boss, somebody is recognizing your effort, your attention to detail, and your devotion. Amidst pressure and expectations, we come to realize each alchemist's life is an accumulation of moments in which attention is placed upon a subject within the laboratory. The artist draws a single line, the poet describes a single word, the rose forms a single leaf. The magnum opus card reminds us that the alchemical garden grows from seeds tended to by devoted hands in the grace of sun, water, and earth. You cannot force the great work. You cannot claim it or complete it. This card arrives to whisper words of encouragement. You are in the right place, the most important place for you. This is the alchemical garden. Tend to the youngest growth, be delicate and precise. If you happen to see my last video on the full moon at the end of October, the lunar eclipse, I think the nakshatra in which the moon was taking place, the symbol of that was a seed that was growing into basically a sapling. You're beyond the initiatory phase. Now we're in the expansion phase. Jupiter could be positively aspected for you from your natal chart to this new moon. And it's injecting a new layer of growth, a new energy, the next phase of growth. All right. All right, I have my runes here. I want to grab at least one. Okay, these two. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's Isa, ice. And Tiwaz. Reminds me of Sagittarius, though, with the archer. It, or information technology. You could be into that. So, Isa is ice, stability. Things are frozen, maybe stuck or stagnant, waiting to thaw. It could be frozen in fear, afraid to take a jump, to take a new direction or leap of faith. Tiwaz is victory and justice, which could be an allusion here to the King of Swords as well, or Libra. We don't have the Justice card here, but that new moon in Libra, it could be a tipping of the scales, taking that one step that turns this inertia into kinetic energy, to movement. And not just any movement, but movement towards purpose, towards fulfillment, towards achievement. Again, where things have been stuck or frozen with the devil in reverse, we're letting go of those change now. Maybe we were being held back for a reason. Saturn held us back to learn certain lessons. We had to get a certain foundation under us, had to have a certain epiphany or an understanding about ourselves and how we think and how we operate in this world, and how that affects what we attract or repel, those opportunities, people, places, or goods. So with the healing of this wound, maybe that's why it was held back. But now it's time for things to march forward. And from the book, briefly, Tiwaz is, in a reading, this rune can indicate a legal problem, a situation in which one must fight for one's rights, in which one must seek justice. The querent needs to pay stern attention to duty and serve a higher truth through self-sacrifice if necessary. Makes me think of the Hanged Man card, which is Odin hanging himself from this tree, going through these trials in an uncomfortable position in order to gain enlightenment or perspective. The rune can provide moral strength and will to succeed. Willis states that Tiwaz rune can be used to obtain victory in any matter in which there is competition. It indicates strength of will, determination to win, and the possibility of conflict. For Peterson, it means victory in legal, political, or physical combat or disputation, and for Thorson, justice and victory won by self-sacrifice. It's the rune of the spiritual warrior, governing conflict and confrontation, and stimulating the courage and energy needed to come through difficult situations. So it's a rune of action following a rune of stagnancy or stillness or being frozen. Things are thawing. Regardless of the season in which you're viewing this, the energy in your life is starting to become unchained or unrestrained. All right, let's see what the Journey deck has for you. You could also be in search of justice for yourself or those who are unable to seek justice for themselves. Okay, let's see. We have courage, right? Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to follow your own path, to light the way for yourself and others in unexplored territory. It's mentioned, I was mentioning a thawing. It doesn't matter what season you're in or what area of the world. But yeah, it's a return of fluidity and change to your life where maybe you felt held back or stuck in some area. So your beacon is very similar to this yellow flame, this torch that you're being lit. It's just a small single match. And what it's going to grow into is a giant beacon, a bonfire, a spiritual bonfire to attract those people. Like I said, a lot of attention is going to be put your way this month for maybe the courage, your courage to stand up, speak up, take action, make a change. People are going to recognize and reward you for that. And one more card from this deck. We have Follow Your Bliss. Yeah. You ever read Joseph Campbell and the story of myth? Then he often repeats that in the book about following your bliss. This is again about your purpose, your soul's calling, doing what you love. Your angels and ancestors, Aquarius. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Yeah, we have that Page of Wands that showed up in the beginning of the reading as well. Okay, that has to do with follow your bliss too. And we have fire here in the courage card. Fire is courage. I think of the Leo, the strength, the cowardly lion. He only wanted courage. So Leo the lion, that's your creative spark. That's your unique signature, your energy signature that you bring to the world. And that flame is growing. The more that you ignore the naysayers or the people that want to keep you stuck or frozen or held back, you're melting that ice that may have been placed around you, but you can't keep your fire. Nobody can extinguish your fire. Okay. All right, let's finish up this reading with some angel cards. Ooh, power, I see is face up. So I did mention people in a position of power would be taking note of you. They could be transferring some of their power to you, getting promoted into a position of power. We have truth. That aligns with your air sign qualities and the King of Swords that showed up. So being in your truth, showing your truth to people is what's going to be rewarded. Forgiveness. That's part of the process for completing those cycles and those lessons. Releasing that through forgiveness. When you forgive somebody, it's not condoning what they did to you. It's not for them. It's for you, for your own peace. And we had peace show up here. Peace and gratitude. I'm thankful for the lessons. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad you taught me how to love myself better, how to be my authentic self without fear. Discernment, another air sign quality, some clarity of direction. Getting these huge signs. I think it'll be the path opens up and becomes very clear from this point out. And vision, speaking of clarity. Soul, sight, future. So where do you see yourself? Whatever that vision is, like I said, you're being rewarded for your vision. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wish you a blessed November. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.